Last class we have seen the various steps involved in the extraction of metal from the ore. Already we have seen the first step, concentrations. This is the second step. Okay. The second step is the extraction of a crude metal. Okay. Extraction of crude metal. Okay. So extraction of crude metal means we are going to extract the metal from the ore. Okay. For that we have to follow two steps. Okay. One is the conversion. Okay. Conversion of a metal to metal oxide. Another one is reduction of metal oxide to metal. Okay. So for that we have to follow two methods. Extraction of crude metal from the ore. We have to follow two methods. One is conversion of metal to metal oxide. Another one is reduction of metal oxide to metal. Okay. So by conversion of metal to metal oxide, after concentrating the ore should be converted into metal oxides. Okay. By heating method. Okay. Second one is after that you have to reduction of metal oxide to metal. Okay. So normally reduction of oxide is very easiest method when compared to reduction of metal oxides. Because when you are going to reduce this metal oxide to metal, we cannot use directly. So for that we must use reducing agents. Okay. By using reducing agents, why we can use reducing agent means normally if you are going to reduce this metal oxide to metal, you have to spend more amount of energy. Okay, the energy consumption is very high, so it is so expensive. So in order to reduce that expensive, we must use a reducing agent. Okay, so there is many reducing agents are there. Okay, which one is the best reducing agent? That for that purpose we must use a thermodynamic principles that we studied in ETA. Okay, maybe next chapter, next topic. Okay, first we have to extract the crude metals. For the crude metal, we are going to follow a first method that is called as a conversion of a metal to metal oxides. Conversion of metal to metal oxide. The concentrated ore. After concentrating ore only, we are going to follow the second steps. Okay. This conversion of metal to metal oxide takes place in two methods. One is roasting, another one is calcination. Okay. One is roasting, another one is calcination. Okay. Let me start the first one that is called as a roasting. What is in there roasting? Roasting is one of the methods to convert metal to metal oxide by heating excess of air. That's very important. Okay. Heating the ore, heating the concentrated ore. Okay. With the excess of air. Okay. So by heating the ore, concentrated ore with the excess of air, the ore is converted into metal to metal oxide. Usually the roasting sometimes takes place in large laboratory furnace. Okay, with the excess of air, we are going to convert metal to metal oxides. Okay, there are many examples are there. For example, lead sulfide. Lead is heated with the excess of air. It forms lead oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, so this is the equations. For zinc sulfide, when it is heated with the oxygen, okay, 1200 degree, okay, because high temperatures are we need, high amount of energy we need. Okay, zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Even we can use this roasting in extraction of copper. Okay, the cupric oxide is converted, cupric sulfide is converted into cupric oxide. Okay, so while roasting, there is one benefit in roasting the ore. Whenever the roasting takes place, during the roasting means during the heating with the excess of air, some of the volatile impurities are escaped. Okay, volatile impurities means what? Easily evaporates. Okay, those impurities are evaporates in the air itself. For example, during the extraction of copper, for example, the important role of copper is copper pyrites. Okay, this copper pyrites is first after concentrating, the ore should be roasting. Okay, roasting takes place in a rubber battery furnace. Okay, rubber battery furnace with the excess of the air. Okay, excess of air. So while heating means the metal is converted to metal oxide. At the same time, some of the volatile impurities, for example, phosphorus is there. It reacts with the oxygen forming a phosphorus pentoxide. Okay, so this is the equations. For example, arsenic is there. It reacts with the oxygen forming a arsenic oxide. Okay, so these reactions are there. Likewise, sulfur present in it escape present sulfur dioxide. These are the volatile impurities. Okay, when we are going to heating the ore, some of the volatile impurities are escaped. Okay, this during the roasting, when sulfur is oxidized into sulfur dioxide, sulfur dioxide is harmful to the environment, which causes a acid. So industrials they avoid the releasing of sulfur dioxide. So what happens when this sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur dioxide? The sulfur dioxide is used for production of sulfuric acid. So they never release the sulfur dioxide gas in the atmosphere. Okay, this is the roasting process. Come to the next process that is called as calcination. Okay, so second process is called as calcination. Calcination is also one of the process heating the concentrated water with the absence of air. Okay, heating the concentrated water with the absence of air. Okay, absence of air. In order to convert metal to metal oxides. Okay, for example, calcium carbonate is a limestone carbonate ore. It is converted into carbon dioxide, calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Likewise, magnesium carbonate, when we heat it becomes magnesium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the example for a calcination. For example, if the ore is hydrated ore, okay, when we heat it without oxygen, water molecules are removed. Okay, for example, let us take bauxite, Al2O3.OH2O. When it is heated without oxygen, it is converted into aluminum oxide plus water. The hydrated molecules will be reduced. Okay, this process is called as what calcinations. Okay, so there is a first method we have completed. We have completed means extraction of metal to metal oxide. Okay, so heating the ore with the concentrated ore with the excess of air means roasting. Without absence of air means calcinations. Two process we are converting metal to metal oxide. So these are the examples. This roasting and the calcinations are sometimes we ask 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Second process reduction of metal oxide to metal. Last class, fourth video, we have seen that second step extraction of crude metal. There we have completed conversion of metal to metal oxides. So here now this class we are going to study how the metals are extracted from crude metals. Crude metals are extracted from their ore. Okay, the process is called as what? Reductions. So reduction is a method of reducing metal oxide to metal. Okay, this is the very important steps. In order to reduce this metal oxide to metal, we must use reducing agents, because we cannot use it without the reducing agent. Maybe you can use it. Sometimes energy consumption will be very more. Okay, so in order to avoid these energy consumptions, we must use reducing agents. There are many reducing agents out there. Carbon monoxide, aluminum, even some metals like sodium, aluminum, potassium can also be used as reducing agents. But there is a choice of selecting the best reducing agent. This choice is full and full depends upon the nature of metals. Okay, so there also the choice should be chosen. Okay, which one is the best reducing agent? So in order to find out the best reducing agent, we must use a Elegant diagram. Okay, that topic will come under next video. Okay, before that, let me learn how to reduce the metal oxide to metal. Okay. Okay, some reducing agents like carbon. Carbon cannot be used as a reducing agent, like reducing reactive metals like sodium, potassium, aluminum, etc. So, at the same time, carbon monoxide cannot be used as a reducing agent for reducing zinc oxide to zinc or aluminum oxide to aluminum. Okay, so the choice, the choice of reducing agent is depends upon the nature of metals. Okay. Okay, let me see a few methods how to reduce metal oxide to metal. Okay, there is a choice is there. One is called as a smelting. There is many methods are there. Smelting. Okay. Smelting is one of the method to reduce metal oxide to metal. Even electrolytic process is also the electrolysis. Electrolytic method. Electrolytic method means to reduce metal oxide to metal. Like smelting, that also one of the method. Okay. Then we see first one is smelting. Okay. The smelting is one of the technique which is used to reduce metal oxide to metal. Okay, smelting is always takes place only in a blast furnace. Okay, so the blast furnace is a very long tower where we are passing a high temperature of heat in order to reduce metal oxide to metal. So smelting takes place in a blast furnace with the addition of a flux. Okay, so flux is very important. What is in by flux? It is a substance which is used to reduce, used to remove non-fusible impurities into fusible impurities. Okay, mainly it is used to remove like a gangus. Okay, there is a different types of flux are there, acidic flux or a basic flux. So this flux can be used depends upon the nature of a gangus. For example, if your gangus are acidic, we can use a basic flux. If your gangus are basic, you can use a acidic flux. So flux is a substance which it is used to remove the non-fusible impurities into fusible impurities. Okay. Okay. Let me see about the smelting. Smelting takes place in a blast furnace with addition of a flux. Okay. And the reducing agents can be used. Okay. Definitely reducing agent must be used. Let me take a few example like hematite. Hematite is an ore of water, iron. Okay. If you want to remove this iron oxide to iron, the reducing agent like carbon monoxide is used. So while carbon monoxide is used, the iron oxide is converted into iron and carbon dioxide. Okay, this process takes place in a blast furnace. Okay, let me see them. Iron oxide. Okay, let me use carbon monoxide. Okay, for example, carbon monoxide we get iron plus carbon dioxide. Okay, it is a six. Let me take Fe2O3 plus the carbon monoxide. We get 2Fe plus the carbon dioxide. This is the equations. Okay, here metal oxide is reduced to metal by using the reducing agent like a carbon monoxide in a blast furnace. Okay, so during this blast furnace, the iron oxide is taken in a blast furnace along with the carbon monoxide reducing agent and flux like a limestone is added. Okay, we know the limestone. Okay, limestone is nothing but calcium carbonate. So the three mixtures, this iron oxide contains some silica. Okay, silica is act as what? Acidic. Is an acidic in nature. Silica, okay, it act as a acidic. Okay. So in order to remove this silica, we are used this limestone. The three mixture iron oxide, carbon monoxide, and limestone is taken in a blast furnace. When it is heated, this calcium carbonate is decomposed into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This calcium oxide, okay, this we call as a basic flux. Okay, this basic flux react with the acidic silica. Okay, Then what happens means CaO plus SiO2 gives CaSiO3. This we call as a slag. This is called as a gangue. This is called as a flux. Okay. So here basic flux react with the acidic gangues forming a slag. Okay. So this reaction also takes place in a blast furnace. Okay. Students, you must listen. Why we are using blast furnace? Blast furnace is one of the technique which is used to reduce metal oxide to metal. Okay. For example, let me take a hematite ore, that is called iron, ore of iron, is mixed with the reducing agent like carbon monoxide and limestone, which is taken in a blast furnace. Okay. During the blast furnace, we must provide a high temperature, in elevated temperature, more amount of heat is given. So when heat is given, limestone decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is act as a basic flux. It reacts with the impurities like silica, which is an acidic in nature, forming a slag. Flux plus gangue gives what? Slag. Okay, so here metal oxide is reduced to metal. Okay, come to the one more example. Here we are using as a basic flux. Okay. Then what happens if acidic flux is used? Let us take one more example, that is extraction of copper from copper pyrites. Okay, copper from copper pyrites, you know that formula CuFeS2. So this is called as water, copper pyrites. Okay, during the concentration of ore. Okay, concentration means what? The ore is roasted, the copper pyrites is roasted in a reverberative furnace with excess of air. Then what happens? It reacts with the oxygen, forming cupric oxide plus ferrous sulfate plus sulfur dioxide. So this is the equations. Okay, we have to balance these equations. Here 2, here 2. Okay, copper oxide plus ferrous sulfate. Okay, this ferrous sulfate. Okay. This ferrous sulfate react with the oxygen. Okay, this ferrous sulfate react with the oxygen. We get ferrous oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, so we must we have to balance these equations. Okay, this is the equations. Okay, this ferrous oxide. Okay. This ferrous oxide is now act as a flux. Okay, it is mixed with the silica. Okay, we know the silica is an acidic. Okay, here this ferrous oxide is act as a basic in nature. In order to remove this ferrous oxide, we must use a acidic flux like a silica. Okay, acidic compound like a silica. Here, this FeO react with the SiO2 gives FeSiO3. It has removed as what? Slag. So, students, let me listen. Last example, impurities like silica is present. We must use calcium oxide as a basic flux. But here, in order to remove a ferrous oxide, we are adding a silica which is acidic in nature. It reacts with the flux forming at slag. Gangue flux gives what? Slag. This is called as what? Gangue. This is called as a flux. Okay, so this is the equations. I think here you can balance also. You can use to balance these equations. Okay. U2, yes. Okay. Okay. Sulfur dioxide. Which equation is balanced? Okay. Next you see. Here iron oxide plus silica gives slag. Okay. Come to the blast. This whole reactions, full reactions takes place in blast furnace. Bottom of the flask, there is a 2 layer is obtained. Soluble layers. One is we called as ferrous sulfate, copper sulfate and ferrous sulfate. This two compound is called as mate. Okay. This is a soluble compound called as mate. Students, you must listen here because this is a copper pyrites. It is a ore of copper. when it is concentrated process using roasting, during the roasting, it converts into copper sulfate and ferrous sulfate and sulfur dioxide gas. Ferrous sulfate is oxidized to ferric oxide, ferrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. In order to remove this FeO, we use adding a silica which acts as acidic. So slag is removed. Bottom of the tank, copper sulfide and ferrous sulfate, two sulfate compounds are added. We call it as what? Mate. Okay. So this mate is transferred into Bessemer converter. Okay. By that we are adding a, because last class we stopped up to mate. Okay. So mate is nothing but copper sulfide plus ferrous sulfide. Okay. In this process we are going to extract a copper. Okay. The mate is transferred into a Bessemer converter. Okay. Bessemer converter, there we add a little amount of silica and we are passing excess of air and excess of heating. The following reactions are takes place in a Bessemer converter. For example, while heating, the ferrous sulfate react with oxygen forming ferrous oxide, ferric oxide, iron oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, sulfur dioxide is obtained. This iron oxide is reacted with the silica. Bessemer converter, we should add a little amount of silica. Okay, so in order to remove a slag, FeSiO3. So here the iron impurities are removed as a slag. Remaining the copper sulfate, when it is reacted to oxygen, okay, it will form cuprous oxide. Okay, then sulfur dioxide. Okay. So this cuprous oxide react with the cuprous sulfide. We get copper plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, the copper is obtained as almost 98% pure and 98% pure and 2% is impure. This we called as a blister copper. Okay, this is a continuation of a fifth video. Okay. So fifth video tells about what reduction of metal oxide to metal by using the smelting process. Okay, those reactions I have given you two examples which is takes place in blast furnace. Okay, last class, last example we have seen that iron oxide. Okay, how iron oxide is reduced to iron using the carbon monoxide as a reducing agent. Okay, there iron oxide is there. Okay, it is taken in a hematite ore is taken in after concentrating the hematite ore, it is taken in a blast furnace because smelting takes places. Okay, with addition of limestone, then reducing agent like carbon monoxide. Actually, after heating at the elevated temperature, the metal oxide is reduced to metal. But the impurities which present in iron oxide like silica, it is removed with the help of lime, calcium oxide. Okay, calcium, limestone, calcium carbonate after heating it decomposes into calcium oxide. This calcium oxide is act as a basic flux in order to remove a acidic gaseous. Okay, so that CaO plus SiO2 gives a calcium silicate as slag is removed. Okay, there we had a basic flux. Okay, then one more example we have given that copper extracted from copper pellets. Okay, the concentrated ore is heated in a rubber battery. I mean, during the concentration, the ore is roasted in a rubber battery furnace. It converted into metal oxides. Okay, so in order to remove this metal oxides, we must the process takes place into blast furnace at the elevated temperature. That we adding a reducing agents also. Okay, so in case there while heating there, it converts into iron oxides. The impurities are converted into iron oxide. Now the iron oxide is in a basic impurities. So in order to remove this, we have a silica, which is an acidic. Okay. So this acidic silica react with the basic iron oxide. It converted into iron silicate as a slag. Okay. During this process, the bottom of the blast furnace, the two solutions are soluble solutions are obtained. One is copper sulfur and iron sulfate or ferrous sulfate. Okay, this we call as a melt. This melt is transferred into Bessemer converter with little addition of silica and hot compressor is passed. The following reactions are takes place. So, the impurities like iron sulfide, ferrous sulfate is removed as a iron silicate as a slag. The remaining copper sulfate is converted into copper. That means metal oxide is reduced to metal. Okay, this is the reduction process. Okay, then one more reduction process that we are going to see now. There is a many reduction process of that. Reducing agent like carbon. Okay, reduction of carbon. Okay, so we are going to see about carbon. The metal oxides is converted into metal by adding a reducing agent like a coke or coal. Okay, so by adding a coke or coal and we heated it, the metal oxide is converted into metal. But one thing you keep remember that while adding a carbon, it never reacts with the metal forming a metal carbides. It should not form it. Okay, for example, let us take a zinc oxide. Zinc oxide reacts with the carbon. Okay, at a high temperature, it reduces to zinc plus carbon monoxide. This reaction will be takes place. For example, zinc oxide reacts with the carbon forming zinc carbide and the carbon monoxide. This reaction is not possible. Okay, so the carbon never form a carbide. Okay, only it reduces to metal oxide to metal. Okay, we can give many examples. Okay, just I am giving these simple examples. There is many examples. Like for example, chromic oxide is there. When it is reacted with the carbon, okay, it forms chromium plus carbon monoxide. So by using the carbon, we can reduce metal oxide to metal also. Okay, this is one of the method. Next method, by using hydrogen as a reduction process. Reduction by hydrogen. Okay, reduction by hydrogens. Metals, metal oxide like iron, lead, copper, which have a low electropositive nature, can be reduced by using a hydrogens. For example, silver oxide, when it is reacted with the hydrogen, okay, it forms silver plus water. One more examples are there. Then iron oxide Fe3O4 is reacted with the hydrogen. We get 3Fe plus 4H2O. So here the metal oxide reduced to metal by using hydrogens. Some cases even carbon monoxide also may along mixed with hydrogen to reduce metal oxide to metal. For example, let us take nickel oxide. Okay, nickel oxide is reduced with carbon monoxide and another hydrogen. We call it as water gas. Okay, what happens? Nickel is operated plus H2O plus carbon monoxide. Okay, let me give carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is called as water gas. So nickel oxide is reduced to nickel. Okay, next third last method. Even we can use the reduction by metals. Okay, reduction takes place by metals. Okay, for example, let us take chromic oxide. Okay, chromic oxide Cl2O3. So here the metal oxide should be reduced to metal. This process takes place in a electrolytic method. Okay, so in order to reduce this metal oxide to metal, just I am adding a aluminum powder. This process is called as a aluminothermic process. Okay, so aluminothermic process is used to reduce metal oxide to metal. There, the mixture of two compounds like metal oxide, chromic oxide plus aluminum powder is mixed together. Okay, is taken in mixed together like 3:1 ratio like that. Okay, where it is mixed together. Okay, it is not a electrolytic process. It is heating process. Metal oxide is mixed with the aluminum powder. Okay, in order to reduce chromic oxide to chromium, but initially we need a large amount of heat. Okay, so we need a large amount of heat. So in order to develop a heat, we must add a barium peroxide and magnesium powder. So this barium peroxide and magnesium powder, while heating, it became barium oxide plus magnesium oxide. It produces 852 kilojoules per mole heat, nearly 24 degree Kelvin, 24,000 degrees Celsius heat is produced. So with the help of this enthalpy, I mean heat, we can start the reaction. Metal oxide is mixed with the aluminum powder, forming aluminum oxide plus chromium. Okay, here the metal oxide is reduced to metal. Okay, so this is the one of the method reducing metal oxide to metal. Okay, next. So smelting is also one of the processes. Electrolytic method is also one of the processes. And reduction by carbon, reduction by hydrogen, reduction by metals. Okay, lastly, finally, we are going to see about autocatalyst. Okay, so autocatalyst is this autocatalyst we no need any reducing agent. Okay, without reducing agent, while roasting the ore itself, some of the metal oxide get reduced to metal. Okay, for example, mercury oxide. Okay, this is a mercury oxide. Here, mercury sulfate, that is like mercury sulfate. Okay, cinnabar. When it is heated during the roasting itself, the metal oxide is converted into metal. Metal is converted to the reduction process takes place here. The sulfur is get reduced to sulfur dioxide here. Okay, this process is called as auto reduction. Without any reducing agent, while roasting the ore itself, metal converted into ore of metal converted into metal. Such a process is called as what? Autocatalyst. Definitely autocatalyst will be asked in 2 mark questions. Okay. Okay, students, up to this topic, we have seen that the second stage. Second stage means extraction of crude metals. Okay, that we will follow here 2 methods. One is conversion of metal oxide to metal. Okay, conversion of metal to metal oxide, we have done 2 methods. One is roasting, another one is calcination. Then reduction of metal oxide to metal. Reduction of metal oxide to metal can be used reducing agent. Okay, there is a many reducing agent. There is a many process also there. One is smelting, another is electrolytic method. Smelting, we have seen that. And using by reducing agent like carbon, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, even some metal itself oxides metal oxide to metal. We have seen this very clearly. Okay, next you see that reduction. By using this reduction process, we are using a reducing agent. Okay, the reducing agent is very, very important. Okay, it depends upon the metal oxides. Okay, there is a different reducing agents are there. We have to select the best reducing agent to reduce metal oxide to metal. So for that, we are going to see the next topic that is called as a ligand diagram with the help of thermodynamic principle in next session.